Hello everyone. Today me and my team will be presenting Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell for our New York Times bestsellers presentation. This book was published in 2008 and was #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list for 11 consecutive weeks. A quick synopsis of Outliers. The main idea or message that Malcolm Gladwell illustrates throughout the book is that success is established more by chance rather than hard work and talent. Someone can be a genius, yet fail in life due to little opportunity or lack in privilege. Malcolm Gladwell does highlight that talent and dedication is vital for success, but the real outlier is early advantages in life, like how you were raised or where/what time you were born. Each chapter in the book consists of a different story that reflects on this main idea. I really enjoyed this type of style of writing because each chapter was something new. For example, in Chapter 1, he talked about a hockey player's individual success due to what month he was born in and how being the oldest player on his team gave him an advantage that other players didn't have. In Chapter 2, he explained how Bill Joy, a biology or mathematics major during his freshman year in college, became one of the most famous computer scientists in the world just because he was in the right place at the right time. There are 9 chapters and 9 different individual case studies, all of which tie in together at the end. A couple takeaways. After reading Outliers, I would say this book broadened my perspective on success. I learned that success is not always achieved through hard work and dedication, but for some of the most successful people, it can be achieved through just plain luck. Malcolm Gladwell helped me realize what it takes to be successful in life, how to become the best, and how to become an outlier. And right here on the side, I listed one of my favorite quotes from the book. Outliers are those who have been given opportunities and who have the strength and presence of mind to seize them.
In Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell explores how the members of society whom he labels as outliers that have achieved enigmatic levels of success, ranging from the Beatles to Bill Gates. Instead of doing the usual focus of these outliers' characteristics and personality traits, he looks beyond their Myers-Briggs results and takes a much more numerical, statistical, and quantified approach to analyzing their success. In Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell explores factors such as what time of year a person is born. He cites an example of a young hockey player is likely to receive better coaching and professional opportunities if they are born at the beginning of the year rather than the end, due to the grouping of the hockey leagues. He uses examples like these to highlight the adage of the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, saying that being born rich doesn't just mean being born with wealth. It could be if you're the older sibling or even just what time of year you were born.
So, right place, right time. Gladwell emphasized in the book on how some of the most successful people in the world today took advantage of a field or a niche before it became popular to the masses. For example, Bill Gates grew up in a time when the internet was coming out of its infancy stage, where the right person could transform and revolutionize it. And a big takeaway from the book would be the biggest pioneers in industry are on the forefront of change. For example, with a more eco-friendly world, Elon Musk is moving towards electronic vehicles instead of the nasty petroleum and fossil fuels, while another revolutionary, Jeff Bezos, has moved towards the e-retail space as we've gotten more global and taking away from brick and mortar stores or going to your local mom and pop shop. These pioneers, according to Gladwell, were born in the right era, were born in a time of transition, and took advantage of that transition to what they were today. And the biggest example of this was through this quote by Nathan Myhrvold, who is a friend and higher executive of Microsoft to Bill Gates. So you had this multi-billion-dollar company making mainframes, and if you were a part of that, you'd think, why screw around with these little pathetic computers? That was the computer industry to those people, and had nothing to do with this new revolution. They were blinded by that being the only vision of computing. They made a nice living, it's just that there was no opportunity to become a zillionaire and make an impact on the world.
One of the ideas that mentioned in the book that we can apply to our life is the 10,000 hour rules. As we always know, practice makes perfect. For example, when we want to do a math problem, we will have to practice it multiple times until we master it. Same thing happened here. The author mentioned that 10,000 hours would be roughly 3 or 4 hours of practice every day for about 10 years. If you want to become great at anything, it's better more of how you practice than how much you practice. And that is the idea of deliberate practice. We learn to focusing on the proper type of practice and by getting constant feedback from others. Some of the example can be practicing your negotiation skill, behavioral interviewing skill, public speaking, etc. As Gladwell mentioned this in his book, practice isn't a thing you do once you're good. It's a thing that you do that makes you good.
So, the main reason why Malcolm Gladwell decided to write this book, Outliers, was simply because he wanted to show society, with a lot of supporting evidence, that the truth about why only a few people manage to be successful in life. In this case, those people he refers to as outliers. So, as previously mentioned, Gladwell believes that success is established by more by chance rather than hard work and talent. While this might be true, it is important to keep in mind that the outliers became successful not only because they were in the right place at the right time, but also because they were willing to put in the time and the work into what they love. This means that even though we can't control the luck factor of our lives, we can most definitely control the time and work that we put in into what we love. Now, throughout the entire book, Malcolm Gladwell made sure to include countless facts with a lot of evidence supporting them in order to prove his point. His point being that success is established more by chance rather than hard work and talent. This book is popular among society because it goes over a topic that every single person can relate. What this means is that every single person in the entire world can get some value out of it. In my case, personally, this book showed me that, and it took some pressure out of me because it gave me a different perspective to see things, and the fact that even though I might give my 100% to life, I might not be as successful as someone as Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates, which takes a load off, the way I feel and the way I look at life. Thank you.